Hello everyone, welcome to the virtual class of Advanced Marketing Management. Today in Unit 2, Managing Advertising, we are going to start a new topic, that is social and ethical issues of advertising. Means here we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of advertising for the society, or you can say the general public. The role played by advertising in the society has been controversial since ages. A large portion of social scholars believe that advertising has a negative impact on the society and it misguides and induces people to purchase sometimes even those products which they don't actually need. Means there are some critics about advertising. Some people are having an opinion or belief that advertisers or advertisement creates a false demand among the public, and many times people purchase those products that they actually need not. Advertiser, on the other hand, argue that consumer is smart enough to differentiate and rationalize what he want to or doesn't want to purchase, and advertising practices only add to his information base and do not have any impact on their decision to purchase. Means in the defense of the criticism of advertisement, advertiser is having an opinion that advertisement is only done to create information or to create awareness among the general public about the product. Advertiser also believe that with the help of advertisement, people gets enough information about the product, like the price of a product, quality, quantity, features, specifications, then guarantee, warranty, from where this product is available, the various schemes and offers that company is offering. So advertiser is having a opinion that with the help of advertisement they are imparting information to general public about their product. So here we will discuss about positive as well as negative points of advertising. Starting with positive impact of advertising, it is having 6 points. First, advertising creates awareness. Then, advertising educates consumers. Number 3, advertising generates revenue for commercial mass media. Fourth, advertising helps to promote a social cause. Fifth, advertising a form of mass selling. And sixth, advertising increase employment. So, starting with first, positive impact. Advertising creates awareness among consumers. Advertisers believe that advertising creates awareness among customers. We live in an economy today which is highly competitive, which means there are a large number of marketers selling the same category of products. In such a situation, it is difficult for a consumer to know the details of each and every product available in market. So advertising can be helpful to a consumer in such a situation. Means advertisers believes that, or you can say advertisement is having a plus point that now we live in such a economy or such a era where there is a cutthroat competition. Too many sellers are there, too many companies are there who are selling similar product. And as an individual customer, it becomes difficult for us to remember each and every product details like its price, features. So it is very much difficult to remember all this. Say for example, if you want to purchase a smartphone, number of companies are there in a market who are offering a smartphone to you. So it becomes very much difficult for an individual customer to remember each and every company's smartphone. Say for example, in a market 15 companies are there in smartphone industry, and each company is offering 10 variants of smartphone. So total 150 model of smartphone is there in a market that you can purchase from it. So as an individual customer, you only want to purchase a single smartphone having the best features and the reasonable price. So you have to get the information of all of this, and as an individual customer it is not possible to get all this information. So what advertiser is trying to do, they are advertising their product, so customer will come to know about their products, ideas and information. So this is the benefit on the side of customer, that they are having more information about various companies' products, so they will make the best decision to purchase a smartphone which is having good features and the price should be reasonable. So this helps the consumer. Advertising especially helpful in the FMCG industry. FMCG means fast moving consumer goods, where there are huge number of players in the market and it is difficult for a consumer to know all the product well, so advertising is helpful to create awareness. So FMCG means various day-to-day basis or routine products that we are using, like soap, shampoo, right, biscuits, chocolates, salt. So these are the FMCG products. And for FMCG industry means those company who are part of FMCG industry, it is difficult for the consumers to know all the products, just because, as we discussed, the variety of products are there and too many companies are there in a market to sell the similar products. So for consumer it becomes easier task to select the best product with the help of advertisement. Second positive impact of advertising, that is advertising educates consumers. Advertising educates consumers about the product and their characteristics. Due to high competition in most industries, it is difficult for the consumer to keep a track of all different products available. For example, if a consumer wishes to purchase a car, he will gather enough information or do a research before deciding which car to purchase. But to buy a packet of wafer or a packet of biscuit, he will rely on the information available through the advertising and will not do a lot of research himself. Now, advertising also educates the consumers. They educate about the product, its price, quality, quantity, then discounts, offers, the place from where the customer can purchase. So about product they are educating the consumers. So this is a plus point for consumers, that if they are having the education, or you can say the knowledge or information about various companies' product available in a market, so it becomes easy for the consumer to decide that which product suits his or her need in a best way and which can save the money. Here an example is given that advertising is helpful for whose or which product. Here two example is given, car and wafers, or you can say biscuits. Now generally when we want to purchase a car, obviously the cost of car is in lakhs of rupees. So as a rational consumer, we will collect a lot of information about cars from the advertisement on television, from internet we will search that which brand or which company is offering good model of car. So from television, newspaper, internet, from friends and relatives, and from many sources we will collect the information that which car model is best and in the budget of a consumer. So when a customer goes in a market to purchase a car, they will do a lot of research and then after they'll purchase the car. But the same customer when goes in a market to purchase a packet of wafer, then they will not do any research. Why? Reason 1, the cost of wafer is very minimal, 10 rupees or 20 rupees. So if you have made a false decision, then you will not face heavy loss just because 10 or 20 rupees they say. For example, if you have purchased a wafer of unknown brand and you don't like the taste, or you can say the quality, then only 10 rupee loss you have made. But if you have purchased a car worth of 5 lakh rupees, and after purchasing and using the car you find that car performance is not up to the mark, then you will lose 5 lakh rupees. So when a customer goes for purchasing a car, they will do a lot of research. So if advertisement is not there, then it is not a problem. But when customer goes to purchase a wafer, they will not do research. They will not search on internet that which brand of wafer is good. They will not consult with their friends and relatives that which brand of wafers to purchase, just because it is a very basic product. Only cost is 10 or 20 rupees. So for FMCG product which is having low cost, customer is not going to do any research, and for that product advertisers, or you can say company, needs to do advertisement. Third, advertising generates revenue for commercial mass media. There are many mass media like newspaper, television and radios which survived totally on the revenue generated by the advertisement. Newspaper sells at much lower than its cost of manufacture, and so the main source of revenue for newspaper is the advertisement. Radio, the main source of revenue is also an advertisement. Hence, for such mediums, advertisement are life source, and without them, it would be difficult for such media to survive. Means various medias are there, and the only revenue for this media is advertisement. Say, for example, newspaper. So, almost all of us are having newspaper at morning at our home. And the cost of newspaper is about 3 to 4 rupees if local newspaper is there. But if you really want to find the cost of printing and paper of this newspaper, means generally 16 pages are there in the newspapers. So if you consider the cost of these 16 pages of newspaper and the printing cost done by the newspaper company, then it is about 5 to 6 rupees. But we are getting newspaper at only rupee 3. So why these newspaper companies are doing this? Just because the main revenue of newspaper is not from their subscription by the people, but the main source is the advertisement. So what they try to do, they are trying to sell the newspaper at a less cost than its manufacturing. Means the manufacturing cost of this 16 pages of newspaper is 5 rupees, but they are selling it to customers for 3 rupees, and they are generating 2 rupees of loss. So from where they will offset this loss? So they will cover lots of advertisement in their newspaper. If you are regularly reading the newspaper, you will find that on the front page newspaper will be there. About 90% of the portion is covered with the advertisement section only. So various advertisements are there on newspaper. So the main source of income or revenue for newspaper is advertisements. Apart from these, radios are also generating income from advertisements, and televisions also, right? Various shows, movies and news we are watching on televisions, and also for them the main source of income is advertisement only. So advertisement generates revenue and for commercial mass media. If advertisement is not there, newspaper will not be able to circulated in a market, radio will not be broadcasted, and television will not be broadcasted, just because their major income is advertisement. Fourth one, advertising help to promote a social cause. Today, there would be hardly any people in India, whether in rural area or in urban area, would do not know about polio eradication campaign, importance of girl child, and importance of educating children. All these campaigns are widely advertised on mass media like newspapers, televisions, and radios, and all these campaigns have gained momentum and awareness due to advertising. Now, advertising is also help to promote social cause. Social cause means that we have discussed in the introductory part of this chapter also, that it is believed that advertisement is solely a commercial activity, means advertisement is done to generate the sales and profit, but it is not true in all the cases. Many advertisements are done for social cause, means to create a general awareness among the people and to make a change, and such examples are polio eradication. So polio eradication campaign is run by central government of India, and the only agenda behind this advertisement is to eradicate or to eliminate the polio from India. And it is highly successful campaign in India, and in the year 2013 India declared, WHO have declared India as a polio free country, means no case of polio is registered in the year 2013 about polio, and this happens just because of the massive campaign run by central government about polio eradication. Various news channels, newspapers, and hoardings and wall painting, government have done a lot of work, and they have eliminated the, or you can say they have eradicate the polio from our country. So government is not getting any income for the advertisement that they are doing for polio eradication. The same way government is also doing advertisement of girl child, beti bachao, beti padhao. So this is also social cause, and importance of educating children, Swachh Bharat, Swasth Bharat. So these are the various campaign which is done for social cause, and government is not earning profit from this. So advertisement also promote social cause so that social change will be there. Fifth one, advertising is a form of mass selling. Advertisement can stand as salespeople to marketers. There are products which have very scattered market. There are products which have very large market, and there are products which relatively have very low volume. These are all products where a marketer cannot afford to appoint salespeople to sell his product. In most cases, the selling is induced by the advertising done for the product, and some examples like salt, biscuits, and chocolates. Now it is said that advertisement can stand as a salespeople to marketers. Means advertising are doing the same work of salespeople. As salespeople means salesman is going out in a market and they are consulting various people, and they are trying to convince the people that to purchase company's product. In the same way, advertisements are doing the similar job. Advertisement is also trying to convince the target people to purchase the product after watching the advertisement. So they are both salespeople and advertisement are trying to motivate the people to purchase company's product. The only difference between salesmen and advertisement is salesmen are in direct contact with the customers, means face-to-face interaction is done, while advertisement is done through mass media like television, radio, newspaper, and hoardings. So here face-to-face communication will not be there, means there is a indirect communication between company and the target customer. As we have discussed that The market is highly scattered. The population of our country is 125 crores, and these 125 crore people are not living at one place. They are living in very scattered area, various metro cities, towns and villages. So total 6 lakh villages are there in India, and from these we can say that the market is highly scattered, means people are living at different places. So it is not possible and affordable by a company to appoint salesmen to reach each and every customers. So for that they are doing the advertisement on mass medias. And for companies like FMCG industry, this is not possible to appoint salesmen, just because, say for example, if Balaji company is selling a wafer of rupee 10 rupee, so it is not afforded by them to appoint a salesman who is going to visit that customer at their home or office places, just because the cost of salesman is high, means they have to provide salaries, transportation allowances, food allowances, various allowances, so it becomes difficult task. So for FMCG industry, where the price of a product is very less and profit margin is also less, so advertisement is a good option. Say for example salt, right, as we know the price of salt is around 20 rupees, or you can say 30 rupees per kg. Biscuits and chocolates, so this is the FMCG product, very low price product, and profit margin is also less. So it is not afforded by company to appoint salespeople for selling this product. And also these are the basic products, and customer did not to get more information about this. But when you are going to sell insurance policy like LIC, for that salesman is helpful, just because people are get confused when they are going to purchase insurance policy. But the same customer is having clear thought of ideas when they want to purchase a packet of wafer or biscuits, just because biscuits and wafer is a very basic product, need not to do lot of research, while insurance is a somewhat difficult product to get digested or to get understand. For that salesman is required, who is going to give the basic and full information about the insurance product. So mass selling is possible for FMCG industries. Sixth benefit, advertising creates employment. As we have discussed earlier, that advertising is no longer a small marketing function, but it is an industry by itself. It is also industry which is high paying and generate a lot of revenues. This is why the advertising industry is responsible for creating employment for millions of people all over the world. Now, advertisement is become a industry by itself. Why is it so? Just because nowadays almost all the companies are doing their advertisements, and to do the advertisement at various advertising agencies are there, that we have discussed in the last point. And these advertising agencies are making the advertisements of hundreds and thousands of companies and products. And in order to execute one advertisement of a product, it requires around 100 to 150 people that we have discussed. For television commercial, various people are needed, like actors, means artist, then cameraman, sports boy, makeup artist, then costume designers, producers, directors. So various people are required. So for one advertisement, 100 to 100 people, 150 people are required. So you just imagine that hundreds and thousands of advertisements are prepared during a year. So lakhs of people are getting employment only in India in the advertising industry. So it creates employment in advertising industry. Now we are going to discuss about the negative impact of advertising. That what negative impact advertising is creating on market and on consumers. The first one, it increases the price of product and services. Second, advertising is deceptive. Third, advertising is manipulative. Fourth, advertising is offensive and bad in taste. Fifth, advertising plays on people's fears and insecurities. Sixth one, advertising creates and spreads stereotype. Seventh, advertising makes people buy things and quantities they do not really need. So we will discuss each point one by one. The first negative impact of advertising is it creates the price of product and services. There are numerous products which sell at a price much higher than its manufacturing cost or its real materialistic cost. A large portion of this cost factor is contributed by advertising. Means various products are there whose manufacturing cost is less but their advertising cost is higher. And as they are doing aggressive advertisements on televisions and various other mass medias, so their advertisement cost is increased. Now they will cover this cost of advertisement from consumers by adding this cost in the price of a product. Say for example, in a smartphone industry, a smartphone is manufactured by a company at a cost of rupee 8,000. Then 1,000 wholesaler commission, 1,000 retailer commission, it becomes 10,000. Company's profit margin, say for example 3,000, so it becomes 13,000. And they have done this advertisement on television for many times. So the cost of advertising per product becomes 2,000. So they will add this 2,000 into the product price and the price becomes 15,000. So when customer go in a market to purchase that smartphone, they have to pay 15,000 rupees. But if the company have done less advertisement or no advertisement, then it is possible by a company to give at 13,000 rupees. So here customer is a place of loss, just because whatever cost of advertising is done, the consumer is the one who is going to pay for it. So when we are watching the advertisement on television, we are having an opinion that it doesn't cost us, but in actuality or in reality, whatever advertisement we are seeing, they are doing the advertisement on our money only. Just because when we go in a market to purchase the same product, whatever cost that they have done for the advertisement, it will be charged by us, means from customers only. The manufacturing cost of most of these products are much lower, but due to the advertising burden, the costs go much higher and subsequently the prices of the product. This induces the customer to pay price much higher than materialistic value of the product. And example is also FMCG. So you can take the example of smartphone industry or FMCG industry only. So many times it happens that whenever you are purchasing a packet of wafer of Lay's or any other company like Balaji, so the price is 10 rupees, but if you calculate the cost, so I think 50 or 60 gram of wafers you are getting. Say for example the price of potato is 20 rupees. So 20 rupees you are getting 1 kg of potato, and in 10 rupees of wafer packet you will get only 50 grams. So if you calculate the cost, then it is very minimal. So around 3 or 4 rupees they will prepare the or you can say 5 rupees. Say for example the 5 rupees is the cost of manufacturing, means potatoes, then frying and adding spices and wrapper that is using. So 5 rupees the final product is. Then after wholesaler commission, retailer commission, profit margin and advertisement. So advertisement is a cost, or you can say it is the consumer who is going to pay for the advertisement. Second one, that is advertising is deceptive. An advertisement is said to be deceptive when it falsely represents a product and consumer believe the false representation. Many marketers tend to make false or exaggerated claims about the products. Maybe not all, but it is believed by the consumer. The government have framed Consumer Protection Act, which gives consumer enough right not only to fight but also to compensate it for any false claims made by an advertiser. Means many time advertising is deceptive. Means advertisement is making false claims about the product, that if you're going to purchase this product you will get this benefit or that benefit. Right, in morning time if you are watching the television you will find so many commercials are running. They are saying that if you purchase this green tea packet, after 1 month you will lose 15 kg or 20 kg of your weight. So it is not scientifically proven that if you are only drinking the green tea at morning time, then you will be able to lose 15 or 20 kg of your weight. Right? Apart from this, you have to do lot of exercise, you have to plan your diet, and so many things you need to do in order to lose the weight. So what they are claiming in the advertisement, that if you are drinking this green tea in the morning period of time for 1 month or 2 months, you will be able to lose 15 kg or 20 kg. So this claim is baseless and it is false. But many people are there in a market who believes these claims made by a company and they purchase a product, and after 1 or 2 months they will find that weight is not loose. So many times people are also getting exploited, or you can say deceptive, by these false claims made by the companies. But the positive thing is that government have framed Consumer Protection Act, and if any marketer or advertiser is making false claim about their product in the advertisement and you have purchased believing that claim the product, and then you find that this claim is false, then you can complain about this company or advertiser in consumer court. This court is functioning at various levels like district level, state level, and at a national level. So you can file a complaint about that marketer or a company who are making false claims about their products benefit. So this is also a disadvantage, that advertising many times are deceptive, they are making false claims. Third one, advertising is manipulative. Advertising is often be said manipulative. Consumers are often influenced by advertisements and ends up purchasing product which they may not actually need. Advertisers often use sports stars and film idols, film celebrities to advertise their product. This can greatly influence the minds of consumers and sometimes even manipulative the way they think to their attitudes towards their product. Advertising after creates false demand, that is induces the customer to buy products which they actually don't need. Means many times advertising is manipulative. Nowadays it is a trend to a point where popular film stars and sports celebrity as the brand ambassador by companies, and these brand ambassadors are doing the advertisements and they are asking people to purchase the product that they are endorsing. Now say for example, if that film star is there or sports celebrity is there, they are getting crores of rupees for the endorsement or advertisement they are doing. So they are not doing for free of cost, they are doing for money. But if we are the blind followers or we are the fan of that particular film star or the sports star, then we will believe that this is my favorite film star and whatever he is saying is always true. but that customer is not knowing that this film star is doing this advertisement for their own benefit, to earn the money from that company. But many people are there in India who are blind followers of various film stars and movie stars, and they will believe each and every word said by them, and then they will purchase the product. But after purchasing the product, when they are using the product, they'll come to know that this product is not up to the mark or having good quality. So many time many sports celebrities and film stars are manipulating the minds of the people, especially the fans, and people are making false decision of purchase. And even sometimes people purchase those products that they are not in need, and they are saying that my favorite star is using that particular brand of soap, so I also going to use the same brand of soap. But it is not true. Just because whatever product they are advertising, they are rarely using the product. So whenever you are watching any advertisement of any film star or sports celebrities, don't believe that they are actually using that product. 90% in cases it will be there that these film stars are not using this product, just because whatever product they are endorsing, it is economical in value, the price is very less, and these so-called film stars and sports stars are having very luxurious life and high-end lifestyles, so they only use imported products. So please keep this thing in mind, that whatever claims your favorite stars and sports stars are making in the advertisement, that I am personally using these products, it is totally a false thing. Right? Very rarely it happens that any sports star is using the product that they are endorsing and asking people to purchase. So it manipulates the people. Fourth one, advertising is offensive and in bad taste. Advertising creates beliefs that advertisements sometimes are insulting to human intelligence, vulgar, and generally offensive to the taste of many consumers. Advertisement intended to appeal to the younger generation of consumer, often susceptible to criticism of being offensive to the senior citizens. Means many time it is observed and it is noticed that advertisement are offensive and in bad taste, means they are having negative message from the advertisement. Generally, it is the duty of marketer or advertiser to create some positive message from the advertisement, but nowadays, into the race of these competitions, in order to do some creativity and innovation in the advertisements, marketers are forgetting the ethics and values that they have to follow, and they are creating a message in the advertisement which is offensive and in bad taste. Nowadays various advertisements are broadcasted on medias, and they are saying, or you can say they are hurting the beliefs of thousands and lakhs of people, and sometimes younger generation is insulting the senior citizens in the advertisement. So it is portrayed in the advertisement that younger generation or children are there who are insulting their grandfathers or their senior citizens. So these are not the values or ethics that we should portray in our advertisement. If the child is watching the advertisement, they will learn that not to respect their grandfathers, or you can say senior citizens, if this kind of advertisement is there. So many times it happens that advertisement is having offensive and in bad taste. It is the duty of advertiser to pass a positive message through the advertisement, just because advertisement is having effect on the mindset of people. Fifth one, advertising plays on people's fears and insecurities. Some advertisers attempt to influence consumer behavior by appealing to negative emotions such as fear, guilt, and humiliation. They tend to capitalize on the fears and insecurities of consumers. An insurance advisor is pattern of belief that consumer will not buy insurance unless and until he feels insecure. Means many times advertisers are playing with the emotions and the feelings of people. Here many insurance companies are there who are playing with the fear of consumers. They are saying in the advertisement that if you not purchase the insurance policy of our company, then there is insecurity. Means if you are not having an insurance policy and suddenly you are meeting with an accident, or if sudden death, right, you suddenly you get death, so in that case you are the only breadwinner for your family. Means you are the only person who is earning for your family, so the dependent of your family will be in trouble, just because no income source will be there after your death or the accident. So in this situation it creates a sense of insecurity in the mind of people. People are uh, having fear that if this thing will happen to me, then what will happen to my family members, my dependent. So many times people are not in a need of insurance policy or other products, but this kind of insecurity is created with the help of advertisement, which creates anxiety and fear in the mind of public. Sixth, advertising creates and spreads stereotyping. Stereotyping means to portray certain groups in a very narrow and predictable fashion. Though advertising is not a culprit to a lot of stereotype, but we do see it is happening in bits and pieces. It would wrong to say that advertising is solely responsible for creating the stereotypes, because quite often it is the result of beliefs across the society at large. But the use of such appeal in advertising does add fuel to the fire. Now, stereotyping means to predict particular group of people in very narrow, unpredictable fashion. Means many time it happens that we are having an image of particular class of people. That these type of people are tend to believe in this type of way only. So we are having a stereotyping. So stereotyping may be untrue or false sometimes. Now many times advertisers are also creating this stereotype. Not every time, but sometimes advertiser is also creating the stereotype. Means they are having a false image about particular class of people. So various advertisements are there who are trying that this kind of people or this group of people tend to believe in such a way only, but it is not true that every class of people is having the same things. So say for example, one example if I want to give, so generally it is believed that the old age people are having very close outlook about the fashion. Means they are very traditional in nature, they are having very simple lifestyle, so it is believed so, right? But in many advertisement this kind of thing is showcased, but it is not true. Many senior citizens are there who are uh, having modern thinkings, they are not conservative. So many time advertisers are believing in stereotypes, that what the society is believing they are also portraying same thing in their advertisement. So stereotyping is a negative point. Advertiser try to keep a distance with the stereotyping. Last one, advertising makes people to buy things and quantities they do not really need. A lot of advertisement influence the buying behavior of people. Advertisement motivate people to buy larger quantities or some products which they do not really need. But with the influence of ads and the celebrities used on the advertisement, consumers often get influenced and end up buying larger quantities than they need, or buying such a products where the need is generated by the advertisements. Means many time people are buying the quantities and goods that they are not in need. Now many times various marketing channels are there like Home Shop 18, Naptol, right? So 24 by 7 means every time when you are tuning with these channels, you will find that various products are advertised and endorsed by the salespeople. Now, say for example, if any bed sheet they are going to sell, a set of bed sheet will be there, means 4 or 5 types of bed sheet will be there, and the price will be highlighted below the television screen that 1000, or you can say 999 rupees if you are spending, then you will get 5 different types of bed sheets. And these salesmen are making extreme advertisement, and they are again and again doing hammering that this is the last chance that you can purchase these 5 different sets of bedsheet. They will tell about the price, that this price you will not find any bedsheet in a market. So when any rational consumer are watching the advertisement, now this advertisement will long up to 30 minutes, and the salesman will give various demonstration of the bedsheet that if you purchase this bedsheet that it will looks good on your bed, and various other things that this is the last chance to purchase the bedsheet, last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes remaining, then stock will out. So various claims they are making during these 30 minutes of advertisement. So many time when a random person is watching these things and they actually not in need to purchase this bedsheet or any other product, but when they find such an enthusiastic behavior from the side of salesmen, right, people will believe that yes, I am in need of this product. Actually, this person is not need in a single bedsheet, but they are going to purchase a set of 5 bedsheet at rupee 999. So many time people are have to purchase, or people are motivated to purchase the product that they are not in need and in that much of quantities. So this is also a disadvantage on the side of customers. So at last we can say that advertising is having many positive points as well as negative points. But negative points, marketer or advertiser should try to remove this negative impact, and they have to be honest and ethics when they are preparing the advertisement. They have to make customer as the center point, and then after they have to prepare the advertisement. So at last I can say that advertising is very much helpful for the individual consumers, just because it gives awareness, it educates the consumers, and various other benefits they are giving. So advantages is more than the disadvantages, so advertising is beneficial for the individual consumer. That's it for this lecture. Further we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.